Welcome to Village June, where you'll be getting weekly doses of career tips and hacks, as well as hearing stories of grit, perseverance, and inspiration. My overall mission of this new series is really building community, sharing stories of hope, and bringing everyone closer together by creating a very inclusive environment where everyone feels welcome. I'm such an adrenaline rush right now. I just wrapped up my interview with Andrew Seaman, the senior editor of LinkedIn News for Job Search. Hi, Alexander. Let me know if you guys are tuning in and where you're tuning in from. Just wanted to pop up on this quick LinkedIn Live to share some key takeaways that we talked about job loss. This is actually one of my favorite songs. This is a song that I listen to probably every day when I lost my job last year because of COVID. Panic at the Disco, High Hopes. And I wanted to pop up on here to give you some high hopes in your job search. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, I'm gonna hear this chorus one more time. Okay, thank you. Oh, Valerie, let me know if you want to hop on my live. I might message you. I was trying to get Selena to hop on. I'm in an adrenaline rush, and I just wanted to take this energy and just come on here really quick to say thank you. I just wrapped up the live LinkedIn News interview with Andrew Seaman, and we talked about how to navigate through a job loss, especially if you have been on the job market for a long time, for a few months. And this is a topic that I'm super passionate about because, as you know, if you've been following me, I have just celebrated my layoff. Not celebrated. I can't believe I said celebrated, but celebrated because I'm very proud of the things that I've accomplished this past year. But most importantly, I'm really proud of this community that I discovered because of my layoff. So let me know if you guys have any questions, or what are some things that you are reflecting on, as you're approaching your layoff anniversary. I know Valerie is also was laid off too sometime last year. Let me know, but just really wanted to hop on here to say thank you, everyone. I have been working on a few things behind the scenes. Things may be looking a little bit different in the upcoming week. I do have a huge announcement that I will be making sometime next week. I also started this video series on Monday, where it's sharing some of my favorite recruiting tips to help you stand out as a candidate, to really give you the inside scoop of what tech recruiters are really looking for. Today, I posted a video and talked about the importance of optimizing your LinkedIn profile, because tons of recruiters, tons of sourcers. Well, actually, let me kind of backtrack right here. Let me give you some definitions of recruiters and sourcers. So recruiters are doing full cycle recruiting. So they take the candidate from, that first initial phone screen, right? And walk them through the whole interview process with the hiring manager, with on-site interviews, virtual interviews, all the way up to the offer stage. Sourcers, tech companies like Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, they have sourcers in their talent acquisition team. And all they're basically doing is going on LinkedIn and trying to search for potential candidates that have those technical skills, soft skills that the team is looking for, by researching your profile, seeing if there's any particular buzzwords or keywords that are tied into that job description. So that's why it's really, really important, if you are a job seeker, to optimize your LinkedIn profile, because you don't know who's going to be visiting your profile, right? So again, and also made a video today saying that even if you're not even on the job market, right, you should always continuously market yourself and optimize your LinkedIn profile, because again, sourcers and recruiters, even hiring managers, are looking for candidates like you. And even though you're not on the job market, are you going to say no if one of your dream employers comes knocking down and saying, hey, Valerie, hey, June, I'm really impressed with your experience in like engineering or social media and digital marketing. Like really impressed by all of the work that you've been doing in your freelance business. Would love to invite you to apply here because we have this open role. Are you going to say no? Probably not, right? So that's why it's really, really important to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Does that help? Mark says, when you sourcer's caption says, sourcers, sometimes I think it might be a better title. Mark, thank you so much for your message. That is so sweet of you. And thanks for tuning in to LinkedIn Live. I was a little bit nervous and I was so frustrated because I managed to get my kids out of the house. However, my dog was barking, the birds were chirping, but Andrew was such a pleasure to talk to because he made me so comfortable, and we were kind of joking about the birds. Hi, Jennifer. I hope you're well. Jennifer, I have a huge announcement that I'm going to be making next week. And then I see Carl. Nice to see you. Double my salary. I can be bought. Just kidding. You're so funny. Okay, let's talk about job loss because, again, I just approached the layoffversary, and a lot of my friends in my own network, people that I've worked with, we've been kind of texting each other and talking to each other and saying that, you know, oh my gosh, this year went by so quickly. And my heart goes to people out there that are still struggling right now in their job search or have recently lost their jobs, right? And today we talked about with Andrew. Let me show you. I'm going to drop it on the comments for you guys to watch the replay. But I just wrapped up this live with Andrew. And this is why it's so important, everyone, to show up on LinkedIn, because I always told myself, I was actually watching one of his LinkedIn live interviews with his Get Hired series with Emily, who's also a fellow career coach. I told myself, oh man, it would be awesome to be featured on LinkedIn News. This was like a week before he reached out, and he emailed me and asked me to be a guest. So this is why it's really important to show up on LinkedIn and provide whatever value you can and celebrate your accomplishments, talk about your struggle, because you don't know who is watching your content or videos or text posts or articles, right? And, you know, oh, Mark, oh, so excited. You were fantastic. The birds were great too. I know, right? They're still chirping. I think you made a comment about me being Snow White. I am on my one. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Mark, you're going to get through it. I believe in you. And let's talk about that too right now. So I actually let me put this in the comments here if you want to watch the replay, because I dropped so much gems and it went by super fast. And I want to give this to you guys to have access so you can watch the replay in case that could help you navigate through these times right now. I mean, yes, things are opening up. Companies are hiring, but people are still, lost right now. And someone is calling me. I don't know who's calling me, but this is the link right here for the replay. Go feel free to watch it. But I specifically talked about, yes, Valerie, manifest it. It can happen if you just show up. And I say this all the time. Every time I get interviewed or I'm in the clubhouse, the closed mouths don't get fed. So it's really important to ask for help, to go on LinkedIn, build your personal brand by sharing your story, creating content. What was it? I think I posted about the stats about this. And I wish Selena is here because she is my LinkedIn stat guru, data guru. But 1% of LinkedIn users post consistently on a daily, weekly basis. That's only 1%. Can you imagine that one? You could be at the top of that 1% and you don't know who is reading your content. Speaking from experience, even when I wasn't even looking for work, right? I was reached out to by a really great tech company for a role, and the recruiter DM'd me and he messaged me, and I share this too on Andrew's Live. He messaged me, June, I'm so inspired by your layoff story and your resilience. We're doing great things at so-and-so company. Would love to chat with you. This was because of me sharing my personal story, right? So again, I really want to encourage job seekers, entrepreneurs, small business owners, get on that top 1%. Wow, never been in the 1% before. Thank you, Carl. You did too. Carl says you have soared so much over the last year. You did too, Carl. I'm so glad we are connected. But I'm going to hop off in a bit because I got to do a few things before I wrap up my day. But I had just wrote this article. I don't know. I could not sleep last night. I was up last night at 3:00 in the morning just because Wednesday was my layoff anniversary, and I just couldn't stop thinking about all of the emotions I felt, post layoff. So, and I think about all of the job seekers and people out there that are either just recently losing their jobs or they haven't found their job and they've been on the market for months, right? So I just wrote this article last night, How to Plan Your Comeback. First is, I shared this too with Andrew, is take the time to grieve and sort out through your emotions. Before starting your job hunt, allow to grieve and sit with your emotions, because losing your job, we correlate it to losing a huge part of our identity, right? We often see our coworkers more than we see our family, right? So and that's what I did. I took maybe like a month or so, and I was, even though I took a month just to sort with my emotions, started kind of creating ideas, and definitely knew I wanted to restart my blog again. And Build with June, everyone. Build with June started off as a personal blog. Yes, it's in my profile, Mark. What was I saying? It started off a passion project when I was working at Wish. And I just wanted to talk about what it is to be a working mother in the tech space. I wanted to share stories of other entrepreneurs, of other tech professionals, stories of grit, perseverance, passion, right? And literally a week or two after I got laid off, I just started writing all my ideas down, right? Didn't even know where the heck I wanted to do. I just started writing and creating, and it kind of all of my actions kind of led me to where I am today as a career strategist, following my purpose. But if I hadn't took that time to reflect and sit with my emotions, then I wouldn't be where I am today. So that's the first thing that you should be doing, is take the time to pause and reflect. And then the second thing is rebuild your confidence and connect with your inner child, meaning get curious. Connect with the old passions you loved doing as a kid. That's what I did to grieve. I started doing crazy TikToks because I really love to dance. I love learning short little dance moves that I can kind of share. And it was a great way to express myself, right? I also took up acting on TikTok by doing different skits. I actually started writing my own skits too that I hopefully want to share one day. But that's what I did. And doing that just brought me so much joy, and it builds my confidence. I also started learning different things when it comes to social media marketing, digital marketing, right? This is even before I knew I wanted to launch a business as a career coach. So really take the time to rebuild your confidence and connect with your inner child. Third thing, create a routine. Yes, if you lost your job, you could be caught up easily just sitting on your couch watching Netflix, or you could be in the club. No, not that club in Vegas, but Clubhouse, just listening, right? To everyone speaking and sharing, advice and tips for entrepreneurs or job seekers. But you can soak up so much information, but if you don't have it in your routine to actually apply those strategies that you're learning, that's not going to move you forward in your job search, right? Or in your career. So that's why it's really, really, really important to create a routine, whether one day you're just searching for positions that you want to apply to, right? Or you network, you set up some informative coffee chats with people that you want to learn from, or have a day where you're just learning a new skill. And always, 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 something that I'm trying to work on is incorporate time for self-care. I did meditate today, so that's definitely great. I definitely want to get in the space where I'm meditating every day, but create a routine. That's just going to give you more opportunities to stay productive, focused, right? And it's okay. And I was telling Andrew too, it's okay if you are just frustrated in your job search. It's okay to take a step back, take a little pause in between your job search strategy, and just do something fun to get you in the zone, right? So, okay, fourth thing, build your community. find accountability partners. I don't know why I'm stabbing. I'm just such an adrenaline rush right now that I'm trying to revert all my energy. That's why I decided to show up today on live. But build your community and find your accountability partners. Why? Because job searching alone is never fun. It's always fun with friends, right? And LinkedIn has over 740 million people that you can connect with, that you can learn from, that you can collaborate with. It's also great too to have another pair of eyes looking out for you if they see different roles or if they interact with different companies that are hiring for different positions and they're like, you know what? I just got hired here at LinkedIn as a salesman, a sales associate, and I know that I connected with Mark a few months ago, and he has great experience in sales. You know what? I'm gonna reach out to him because LinkedIn is still hiring, and I'm gonna refer him because I definitely think he's qualified. But if you had not made that connection first on LinkedIn and build community, that would never happen, right? So, Mark, I see Andrew here. Hi, Andrew. I'm just kind of recapping what we talked about on your live, and thank you so much for having me. But yes, build community and find your accountability partners. Again, job searching is always much funner if you're doing it with your peers and your friends, and it's always great to kind of keep track of your goals too. If you share weekly, show your progress, what you have been doing in your job search. And you may learn new different strategies and things, right? Last thing, tip number 5, do an inventory check of your skills and superpowers before you head into your job search. Because this is great advice too, especially for people that have been in their careers in other companies for like more than 5-10 years, right? Your job searching and the interview process and how companies hire, it looks a lot different than how it did 10 years ago, right? And it's really important as a job seeker to really understand where your unique superpowers are. Is it mentoring? Is it coaching? Is it organization? Do you love crunching numbers? Because once you identify those superpowers, then that could really, you'll have a better idea of how to translate that on your LinkedIn profile and your resume, right? And if you have issues or if you have challenges identifying your skills, ask your peers. Contact your former coworkers and say, hey, Andrew, what is it like? What are the first 5 things or first 5 words that comes to mind when you think about me? What do you think I really do well at work? When you worked with me at this company, that's definitely going to help you identify those strengths and superpowers, as well as going to help you build up your confidence. So you're not starting off from scratch, and it's kind of great to like lean on your former coworkers and peers to help you identify that. And then there's also a great test. I always share this test with my clients. It's a free test called High Five Test, which I've also used in the past. Well, you're able to discover the best part of yourself. So, it's going to definitely ask you some comprehensive questions. But, one of my strengths is like being a catalyst, being strategic, being a coach. But actually doing this, like when my clients do this, they feel so good because they have more clarity of where their unique skills are. So I highly, 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 highly recommend you do this. But that's it, you guys. I just wanted to pop up here really quickly just to give you some key takeaways. Please, Andrew, put the link to the replay on the comments there. And then I do have a huge announcement next week that I'm going to be sharing with everyone. I just want to get on here to say thank you. Oh, this is nice. Andrew was talking about the cover feature. It's weird seeing myself there, but that's great. So LinkedIn just actually rolled out this new feature for creators. Where now it looks like my lives are going to be in my cover banner, which is amazing. Oh, on that note, when it comes to cover banners, please utilize that too to optimize and showcase your skills. I'm going to show you how really quickly. this is she was my intern, and now she just got hired. She's starting next week in better.com, Charlene. I always share her profile because I'm so proud of her. So this is a great way to optimize your LinkedIn banner. I always recommend you to, instead of having the stocked grade banner image, have a banner that's going to highlight your strengths. Like for Charlene, she just finished her certification as a Salesforce administrator. So she has that right there on her banner. Social media management. She actually helped me build my business with her creativity and her Canva skills and her marketing skills as well. But this is a great way to really elevate and promote your personal brand. So employers and recruiters, when they go to your banner, when they look at your LinkedIn profile, they're like, oh, haha, Charlene, I know what she does. She focuses on social media management, marketing, and Salesforce, right? Andrew says, yes, when you're broadcasting, your lives will pop there. That's so cool. Also, you'll soon have the option to add a 20-second video as part of your profile image. That's great. It will play for seconds without a sound. That's definitely a great way to stand out and, have an opportunity to share what you're passionate about the work that you're doing, right? And if you don't have that feature yet, what you can do, and I always tell my clients this, is use the voice feature right here. I don't know if you can hear it. That's a great way to connect with people that are visiting your profile. But I am going to drop my article link here for you to read and have access to. Again, I have a huge announcement next week, but things will look a little bit different, but I'm still gonna be here supporting everyone. I just wanted to hop on here to say thank you for showing up on my LinkedIn News interview with Andrew. Andrew, thank you so much for stopping by my live. It was so fun talking to you. I'm always passionate about job search strategy. And, we had, a few mix-ups with some tech issues, as well as my birds crashing by chirping in my ear, but it was so much fun. Thank you, Andrew. But everyone, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I will see you soon. I'm continuing my video series where I'm sharing my favorite tips as a tech recruiter to help you stand out in your job search. If you have any specific questions, please let me know. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Andrew. I hope to be on your live again soon. Of course. Thank you, everyone. I will see you soon next week. Take care.
Now this for everybody fighting through the pain and the pressure. Life will try to test you, but you promise not to give up for your mama and your sister, your brother and your cousin, everybody else that's with you. You the one that's gonna deliver like Amazon Prime. Always on time, yeah. Even when it's looking bad, I never stop trying, cause I've been stressing, I've been crying. My depression had me blind. Sometimes I can't see the signs, but I keep going, I ain't lying. It's for everyone that's grinding for their kids, you're not alone. It's every child that promised they gon' buy their mama home. For all my 9-to-5ers going hard to make that green clock out, then you just go harder, cause you still got chase that dream. For all my evolving artists, just keep going hard, regardless how people talking about us. You gon' build that